Hey guys, Brian Eckberg here with GameSpot, and we're taking a look at Need for Speed Shift, which is one of 3 new Need for Speed games announced by EA recently. This one's going to be coming out on the PC, PS3, Xbox 360, and PSP, and we're going to be talking to Patrick Soderlund, who is a senior VP and one of the creative forces behind Need for Speed Shift, to learn all about the new game. First of all, give us some background on you. I know that you race cars semi-professionally, I guess is the way to put it. Tell us about your background and how that experience sort of folds into Need for Speed Shift.
Yeah, so I've been obviously making games for the last 12, 13 years, being the GM for the DICE studio in Stockholm, and then once DICE got acquired by EA, I moved into a more pan-European role as a GM for all the European studios. Racing has always been a passion, so has cars for me. I started racing cars about 5 years ago, quickly got competitive and wanted to see how I did in races. So I started with sprint racing, short 5-10 lap races in a BMW, and then got more interested in the endurance racing part of it, formed a racing team, bought a Porsche, and then started competing first locally in Sweden and then more as we became better in more international races. It's a big passion for me that we've been able to use to some extent in making Need for Speed Shift.
And so tell us about the evolution of that game. How did the sort of shift in the Need for Speed direction come about, and how did you become involved with it?
Well, actually, Need for Speed Shift started about a year and a half ago, and the company presidents of EA, together with myself and the guys out at Black Box who manages the Need for Speed franchise, wanted to go into more authentic racing again. Having done Pro Street, we felt like we could do more in that area, and I obviously quickly volunteered to pick that up and then run that. And relatively quickly found Slightly Mad Studios in London, and was extremely impressed with the tech they had and the passion and energy that came out of that studio in making racing games. And they shared a lot of what I share in terms of the fact they love racing, they love cars. We started actually by figuring out the core mechanics behind the game. We wanted to make sure that driving a car and racing a car felt, really good, and it took us about 3 to 6 months to nail that. And then after that, we started building out the game around that. So a lot of games today, I think people miss out on the fact that the core experience needs to be right. There's a lot of, car collection going on, there's a lot of car tuning and lots of cars, different tracks and stuff, but the actual essence of driving a car isn't necessarily there, or isn't fun. And that's what we started with, and I think we absolutely nailed that, as you can see in Shift. We quickly realized that it's unlike any game you've played, any racing game you've played, meaning that G-forces affect the car and the driver in a way that you haven't seen before. You'll see crashing is different than in any other game. You'll see cars behave differently than in any other game, meaning that AI won't just go on a spline and brake at the same point and never make mistakes. You'll see it make mistakes, you'll see it flip over, you'll see it hit you, hit each other. So I think that overall experience is what we define as a driver experience, and that's what we work hard on getting right.
How are you approaching your car roster?
There will be cars from all different levels. We didn't want you to start with a too slow car. We don't want you to start with a 1.0 liter engine car that basically lacks engine and torque and power. So we'll probably start you in something like Golf GTI or that, the equivalent of that, and then move you up to, as you go into cars like the Pagani Zonda, or even faster than that, or more hardcore racing cars than that.
Well, we saw a few things today, but there's a lot more to learn about this game, obviously online. What else can you tell us about the game that you're showing today?
Yeah, today what we're seeing is actually focused around the driver experience and getting the kind of second-to-second gameplay, or even the minute-to-minute right, and I think that's what we've proven today. We'll talk more about the career modes, the different types of game modes, all the cars, all the tracks, and the online stuff that we have, but we can't talk about that today. We'll talk more about that around E3.
Well, more on Need for Speed Shift coming in the next few months. Look for more information right around E3. Patrick, thank you so much. Need for Speed Shift coming soon.